Welcome back to Planet Coaster 2 and Frontier Springs. Yeah, it's been a while. It has been over 3 weeks since my last upload, but that doesn't mean I haven't done anything, as you can see right now on the screen. I announced in the last episode that I wanted to create a Canadian fishing village, and I did exactly that. Of course, the area isn't finished right now, but I just wanted to talk you through the process of the area that I've made, because it's a bit more compared to the last episodes. I'm going to do it a bit different this time because I want to talk you to everything and I will tell you everything. And after that I'm going to add a time-lapse with the music, no commentary, and if you want to watch that, go ahead. If you don't. I hope that you will enjoy this format now as well. Okay, so as you might have seen in the last episode, I've started to do the layout of the area, which is very simple and basic, but I wanted to have a walkway that goes all around the lake. And I'm aiming for a very immersive area, so it already starts when you are going from here. I want to have the area all completely around you, and this is the start of it. And I've started off with those two trenches where the roller coaster is going through. I've dressed the first one up with just a little bit of rock work, and the second one is a bit more outgoing, and it has also the first 3 buildings in this area. Which is setting the tone for the rest of it. And I got my inspiration from the Newfoundland villages in Canada, on the east coast of Canada, and they have a very distinct style. They're very simplistic, they have mostly rectangular shapes, nothing too special, and they also have very simple roof shapes. So this house in the middle already has like the most different roof you can think of, and it's not even that complex. And funny enough, that's not really that easy to do in Planet Coaster, since it will look very bland if you just build a rectangular house. So you need to add depth on another way, you need to add a lot more details to make it look somewhat good to look at. And as you can see, I've added a bit more movement to the area already, so it doesn't look as dead, even though it's closed right now. The park is closed right now. So these were the first 3 buildings. After that, I've decided to do the custom supporting for the roller coaster, which came out quite nicely in my opinion. It's very easy to do custom supports on a B&M roller coaster. They don't have very complex structures. They basically have just 4 different support styles. They do have like the A-frame, the V-shaped supports. You have the ones that are a bit more special on loops and half loops, and the last support that is existing is just this very simple straight down support that is used on 0G rolls and different types of corkscrews. I especially like the look of the custom supports and the foliage that I've also added on top of the mountain, because you now really have the vibe of a terrain roller coaster. You climbed up a 40 meters lift hill, but you're still extremely low to the ground, and I really like the look of it. And yeah, after that I've decided to move the queue line from underneath the station to outside of the area. Because in the first iteration it was located under the station, because I wanted to have a very atmospheric queue line. But it's always very annoying to build in such tight a space, and I wanted to have a bit more freedom. I mean, I do have the whole map after all, so why do I restrict myself to this very small space? That's the entrance for the roller coaster. I do plan to add a test seat in front. I just need to figure out how I'm going to build that. The first room for the queue line goes through the Pine Inn. After that follows a very small wooden house where just an anchor is on display. And the third building is a boathouse, where when you look to the ceiling, you see there's actually a boat hanging from the ceiling with ropes and these attachment kind of pieces and so on and so forth. And after that, you actually move to the station, which is going to be part of the next episode. Talking about the station area, even though this is going to be quite heavily themed as well, I decided to keep this as simple as possible. This is the transfer track with the maintenance area. Because we only have 2 trains, I've decided to only add 1 maintenance bay. And I really like the look of it. It does look better than in real life, because if you only have these bland maintenance area in real life, it does look a bit cheap. But I do like the look in Planet Coaster, which is funny enough. I just want to have the feel of a real theme park. And of course, there are theme parks like Disney and Universal. They have seemingly no budget cap, but this is going to be a small family-owned theme park. So you could get the impression that the money went out for a nice maintenance area. And I do actually want to have that feel in a theme park. It's just the imperfection makes it perfect, if that makes any sense. Talking about what we are going to do the next episode. Oh yeah, first thing first, I've also added this lighthouse, which is also part of the time-lapse, and added a bit of fencing around it. This one is not really authentic to Canadian Fishing Village. This looks more like a harbor area, but it's a theme park after all, so it can go away with a few not so authentic things in my opinion. Because this area is supposed to be very, very immersive, I want to continue on the construction on this hillside and add more and more houses all around here to add more depth to the area. And this is also going to be the area where the adventure trail or the funhouse is going to be located at. We have one more flat ride that we are going to dress up. This one is going to be very simple. It's called Rock Glider. And as the name already intends, it's going to be just themed around gliding on rocks. So it's going to have just a lot of rock work around it. Then we are going to add a lot of finishing touches, benches, lanterns, more random theming, all that kind of stuff. And I do think this area is going to turn out better than I actually thought it would be. Yeah, let's talk about the even further future for a second, because we do have these two pathways that are going to connect the different areas, and I don't know if I want to decorate those in the next few episodes or if I just want to continue with the next area, which is going to be located on this plateau. And this is going to be like a farmland, and you are going to have very, very classic rides here, like small children's flat ride, as well as a tractor track ride. I'm really looking forward to build this one, as well as this roller coaster I've already created off camera. It's a very compact ride. It's going to be a roller coaster dark ride hybrid like Uncharted. It's going to be a lot more themed than Uncharted, however. It doesn't have much track length to it, but it still has a good ride duration. It's around 3 minutes, and it has some nice effects. You have this multi-pass turntable with this backward spike. And it has some interaction between the cars, and I do think as soon as I add a lot of theming and special effects, this is going to be a highlight of the theme park. But again, this is coming up in 2 or 3 episodes from now, so we are going to focus on this in the next episode. One more thing, I do not have a name for the area yet. If you have a good idea for a name for this area, which is supposed to be a fishing village in Newfoundland, go ahead and write your request into the comments. I'm not very creative with names, as you might have guessed. This one is called Seagull's Dive now. I don't know if I have already showed you. But yeah, that's the theme going for it. I hope you did enjoy this update. Maybe you will enjoy the time-lapse now. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks for tuning in. bye.